and the mayor will ask the people that are in attendance if they want to speak on something on the agenda also.
Okay, it's 7 o'clock. Let's get started. Okay, welcome to our city council meeting, Monday, February 1st, 2021. Could we have the roll call, please?
Luther,
Here.
Traxler,
Here.
Sutherland,
Here.
Sweeney,
Here.
Schwebs,
Here.
Merrill,
Here.
Solberg,
Here.
Schlu,
Here.
Erdman,
Here.
Sommerfeld.
Here.
Okay, thank you. We don't have any special recognitions this evening. Approval of minutes would be in order. If anybody would like to make a motion to approve the minutes.
Make a motion.
Okay, motion made by Chad Schlu. Is there a second to that motion?
I'll second Chad's motion.
Okay, motion made and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. No public hearings this evening. Public comments. Public comments is a portion of our meeting where anybody can speak about agenda items for the evening for 3 minutes or less. If you'd like to speak, please give us your name and your address. Again, you can zoom into our meeting if you'd like. We will open up public comments at this time. Got anybody, Mr. Eddy?
No, Mr. Mayor, I see nobody online.
Last call?
And
Last call for public comments?
again, if you just joined us online, if you want to speak during public comments, you would open up your panel participants area, but on the bottom of the screen, or open up the participants panel. And if you hover near your name or near the bottom, you'll see an option for raising your hand, and then we'll open up your microphone.
Last call for public comments. Okay, we'll close public comments and move on with the rest of our meeting. No unfinished business under new business. Agreement. Paul's here this evening, and Mr. Eddy, if you can get us started with this, please.
Yeah, that's Paul Sturck, our wastewater treatment plant superintendent, is here if the council has any questions, and I'll just introduce the topic. We have an agreement with Ellsworth Cheese, Ellsworth Menomonie Creamery, I should say, and that's in place. They're out there constructing the building right now and building it. Mr. Paul Bauer is online too. If the council has any questions, I just want to point that out. But there is a slight change in their pre-treatment process. We had an agreement for pre-treatment of the wastewater, but it was an aerobic process. They've since come back to us and said they would like to do it anaerobic, pre-treat their waste anaerobically. With that, there's a letter in your packet that Lowell Prangy had signed. We sent back to Ellsworth Menomonie Creamery and said, if you go anaerobic, there's a couple items in the agreement we'd like to change. We'd like to address odor. We'd like to address possible foam. And then those are the two big things. There's also an element on ammonia, but right now we're not limited on our ammonia outfall or in our effluent. So we just wanted to point that out if that does change. So you have the edited agreement, you have the current agreement, the new agreement, and a version further in the pack, you have the red line document. And again, Paul Sturck's here if you have any questions on details with the wastewater plant. It's on the agenda for the council's action. We've looked at it, the attorneys looked at it, and we think it's in order.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Any questions for staff or Paul Stark or anything like that? I guess I'd bring Paul into the equation just to to hear him speak. Paul, so the waste that's going to come from Ellsworth Creamery, it's going to come through a lift station or two to get to us, and explain some of the what they're putting into that waste and how you'll be handling it And then maybe along with that, you could just give us a rah-rah on our treatments, on our new treatment systems.
Yeah, their waste will be going, well, they're located out in the industrial park, so it's going to go through the small lift station on Packer Drive. And then it will go through the lift station on Cherry Blossom Lane as well. And we did go over and look at a facility that uses anaerobic treatment, very similar to what they're proposing versus the aerobic. Kevin Noem and I went over and took a look at the facility. We were concerned about odors, foaming and things like that. They have assured us that the limits that we've got in place, they will be able to meet with this different type of treatment system. So we didn't really see anything to be concerned about at the facility we toured. Yeah, we really don't anticipate it's going to affect our treatability at the treatment plant to meet our limits. There'll be a sampling station where we can sample, split samples with the dairy. So we'll monitor it fairly closely.
Mr. Eddy?
And if I could add, Mr. Mayor, the other limits will stay in place. Our DNR effluent standards, the BOD, phosphorus, TSS, those pre-treatment stuff will stay in place that are in the agreement now. I know the BOD and the phosphorus are in there, and the creamery is going to have to meet those standards.
Okay, thank you. So discussion on possible motion approving is what we're looking for tonight. Lee, go ahead, please.
Yeah, I'll make a motion approving Ellsworth Menomonie Creamery LLC First Amendment to wastewater collection and treatment agreement as presented.
Okay, thank you. And Mary? You had your hand up. Okay.
I'll second that.
Okay. Okay, Mary with a second. Any additional discussion? Yes, go ahead, Chad.
I guess maybe it's in here, but why do we want to change?
Mr. Eddy?
It's a cost is the bottom line. It's a little less expensive for them to build the anaerobic and the treatment process. We didn't get the actual details from them, but I'm pretty sure cost was driving it. Again, Mr. Bauer's online. If you want to waive the rules, you could ask him directly, Mr. Schlew, if you wish.
I guess if nobody has any objections, I guess if it's strictly just a cost. I don't know.
Well, it's a different process slightly, so that's why there's some different parameters being put in place. So the anaerobic versus aerobic are slightly different in the way you treat those. So that's why this is being presented. So the council knows that that change is being made. But it's still meeting the requirements of the agreement that you had to. There's a developer's agreement that lies over this. And again, this is tied into that.
No.
Okay, good questions. Anything else? Okay, all in favor of said motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, thank you. Going down to 6B, review of water department utility truck bids, discussion and possible motion of award. We have Jeremy here this evening also. Mr. Eddy?
Yeah, I think it's pretty self-explanatory, Mr. Mayor. This was in the CIP, or it was in the water utilities budget to replace one of the utility trucks. They took bids. They had received 3, and they're recommending award to Ford. And the amount is not in front of me. Lowell, do you have it?
I guess I'd jump into Jeremy real quick. You know, the truck doesn't have very many miles on it. Do we really need to get rid of it? And why are we getting rid of it? Go ahead.
Some of the utility code requires us to replace vehicles that are 14 years old or mileage, if whatever comes first, and it's a set mileage based on how many years it's been in service, and it's getting very close.
Okay, thank you. I wondered about that.
So the recommended award is to Northtown Ford. It's a 6.2 liter V8 6-speed transmission for $26,900. Normally we get bids from Ford and Kai's, but we have a new player here local. Marquardt put a bid in just over the 26.9. There's with a 27.6 for a Dodge truck. So but Northtown Ford was low bid, so we're recommending award to that, to Northtown Ford, Mr. Mayor.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Eddie. Thank you, Jeremy.
And one more thing, if I'm not mistaken, that this vehicle will get rotated into the parks utility.
Yes, the community services would like the truck we're replacing. Yeah.
So then we'll be getting rid of something older, so.
And I think we'll put another 100,000 on that one,
There you
Mr.
go.
Mayor, so.
There you go. There you go. Okay, well, that brings us back. Somebody's got their hand up there. Jan, you got your hand up.
Yes, I move that we accept the bid from Northtown for $26,900 for the water utility truck.
Okay, thank you, Jan Traxler. Is there a second to Jan's motion?
I'll second Jan's motion.
Okay, Jeff Luther with a second. Any additional discussion? Roll call bid, please. Roll call vote.
Schwebs,
Yes.
Merrill,
Yes.
Solberg,
Yes.
Schlou,
Yes.
Erdman,
Yes.
Summerfeld,
Yes.
Luther,
Yes.
Traxler,
Yes,
Sutherland,
Yes.
Sweeney,
yes,
Okay, thank you. That brings us down to 6C, proposed 2021 Arbor Day proclamation and International Migratory Bird Day recognition. Discussion, possible motion, resolution adoptions. Oh, I just lost everybody. Okay, they're there. Okay. Mr. Eddie?
Yeah, just a brief review. So every year, the Urban Forestry Board recommends a resolution to the council, and this resolution for Arbor Day and for Bird City, Wisconsin is April 30th, 2021. We need the resolution to qualify to be a tree city again and to continue to be a Bird City, Wisconsin. The Urban Forestry Board picked April 30th because it's Earth Day, and we typically have functions at schools. We may not be able to do the school function this year with the pandemic. So they're looking at possibly planting a tree or two at a nursing home or two within the city. They got a couple in mind. Your forester, Mr. Henning, has been talking to a few nursing homes. We're thinking maybe something outside a window, something people can view from the inside, and then maybe a bush or two to help with the Bird City, and go from there. So that's their plan. But part one of the plan is to have have both resolutions passed.
Thank you, Mr. Eddie. Okay, bring it back to the city council. Jan, go ahead. You have your hand up.
yes, I was just going to move that we adopt these resolutions for the Arbor Day and Migratory Bird Day.
Okay, so that's the migratory bird resolution that you'd like to offer it? Okay.
Yes, and the Arbor Day. Mhm.
I think we have to do one at a time. So let's do the migratory
Oh.
bird one first.
We should do them independently, I think, Jan, just to.
Okay.
Okay,
So
all right, thank you.
Motion's been made by Jan Traxler and offered by Jan Traxler for the migratory bird day. Is there a second to that? Is there a second to the motion?
I'll second
Okay.
Jan's motion.
Okay, Ryland, thank you. Any additional discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye,
Opposed? Thank you. And now we're going to go to the Arbor Day proclamation resolution. We would need somebody to offer this resolution. Jan Traxler, you've got your hand up.
yes, I would like to offer the Arbor Day proclamation.
Okay, thank you, Jan. Is there a second to Jan's offering and motion? Yes, Robin, you got your hand up.
I second Jan's motion.
Okay, thank you. Any discussion? All in favor of said motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye,
Opposed? Okay, thank you. No budget transfers is the last I knew. No. Okay, good. Mayor's report. I guess I don't have a whole lot to report on other than we're 1st of February. Usually February 14th, my quartet's out singing Valentine's, but I don't think we're going to be doing any singing of Valentine's this year. So other than that, I think reports. Lowell, do you have anything to say? He's bringing me information. Uh-oh. Mr. Eddie.
Yeah, thanks, Mr. Mayor. So Lowell handed me the announcement on the Red Cedar Watershed Conference, Land, Water, and People Coming Together. That normally is held in March of every year. I think it's the second Thursday of every year, and this would be our 10th annual conference. This year, though, it is going virtual. So we will get some information out to the city council. If you want to sign up, it's $20 per day. And this virtual conference will be Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday will be the brunt of it. But our Red Cedar one will be on Thursday only. So we'll have a list of speakers, some keynote speakers, same format, same agenda as we have in the past, but it's going to be all virtual. So we'll get that information out. So just a heads up, you'll see that coming. It's $20 per person. So it's pretty reasonable if you want to sign up per day. The Tuesday and Wednesday are statewide lake issues they're talking about and water issues. So if you see something that interests you on Tuesday and Wednesday, we could sign you up for that too. I got Lowell's nodding. So opportunity to attend a virtual conference for 3 days in a row if you want to sit in front of your computer.
There you go.
Or you could just pick one day if you wish, and we'll get that out to the council for you to
If
choose.
it's snowing all week, you've got it perfect out. So
And that'll be our Thursday will be March 11th. So it'll be March 10th and March 9th, 9th, 10th, and 11th. That's the dates you'll see.
Good, thank you. Any questions? Any other comments? Miscellaneous business? Communications? Jeff Luther?
Yeah, just a reminder, the Dunn County Fishing Game is still going to be holding their ice fishing contest on Lake Menomonie on the 13th of February, from 11 to 3. Everything is going to be held outdoors. There'll be no gathering in the clubhouse. So it's going to be probably kind of a not such a good year for their biggest fundraiser of the year. So I just encourage everybody to get out and buy raffle tickets and stuff that, that aren't going to be able to attend it, but still get out there, buy your raffle tickets. A lot of nice prizes. I won the $1,000 cash prize last year. Could be your year this year.
Wow. Is it rigged?
What?
Is it rigged?
Oh.
And
They thought it was.
well, I think every year you won something. I don't even, if you show up, I don't buy any tickets. I just know, I might just give them to you. So, Mary, you got your hand up?
I do. I just want to point out, is there any way that we can get information out to the city residents about keeping the ends of their blocks, their sidewalks cleared so that people with a wheelchair or a scooter can get through them? Some of them make no attempt to keep that clean. And some of them are really bad. I was just wondering if that could somehow go out to residents.
Randy's taking notes right now. So is Lowell. So Randy?
Yeah, our best medium is we'll put something together, Mary, for Facebook. You're talking the corners, the ramps.
Yep.
And then our next snow event is not till Thursday, so we got a couple days. We'll send a few guys out to kind of look at some and see if we can do some door hangers on them. We have done a number of door hangers on sidewalks in front of residents, and we sent out, I think it was probably 30 billings, 30
last week. Yeah.
Last week, we shoveled 30 sidewalks in front of residents, and we sent bills out to the owners or landlords for those. So we are looking at sidewalks, and we'll get some announcements out on the corners and then take a look at some of those key ones. But Lowell's got his mic on too.
Well, they've always been difficult. Married people don't like to do corners. I shoveled my neighbor's corner out yesterday just because they don't.
Yep. And then the only other thing that I want to say is I got to compliment the mayor on the ice skating rink and the Christmas Miracle rink, how much work you've put into it. And I know it sounds like it's going gangbusters, and I think it's something that community can be proud of. And I just want to make sure that the mayor gets recognized for all the work that he has done on it personally.
Well, I appreciate that. Maybe you call my wife and get me ungrounded from going down there. You know, it's really pretty cool because I know Brother Don takes down firewood. Jeff's been down there helping. Community members from all over Menomonie have really pulled it together. And we've got a guy down there every night making ice and scraping it off. And, you know, the kids are having a lot of fun. I've talked to people from Rice Lake, Ellsworth, Wilson, Knapp, Altoona, Elk Mound, and this one group of ladies, they say, well, we're going to come down here every Wednesday night and sit by the fire. We like it so that, and then some other people would say, well, we just drop off our kids, we go shopping, and then we come back for them later. So, so maybe it serves more than one purpose, at least getting kids and parents out of the house and family time. So thank you, Mary, for that. And I think it is the Jake from Integrity is doing a great job managing it. And,
Yep.
and so it's definitely a team effort, but yeah, call my wife and ask. I haven't skated in 38 years and I ended up in a hockey game last weekend. So that's what did it. Now I can't move my shoulder and she's grounded me. So, but anyways, Jan, you got your hand up?
Yes, there was a wonderful article and photo in the Leader Telegram about it.
Yes.
Right. Well, you know, and that's just, I think it's a prime example of the community with your help, the city council and community members teaming up with a nonprofit organization, and things like this can be done and it can happen, and it can prove that, you know, the mayor's office and the community can work well together in projects. So I'm really pleased, and I'm looking forward to other projects like this that can happen within our community. But remember, without the community support, without the city council support, this would not go anywhere. So it all rides on your backs too, and I appreciate your help. Thank you very much. So anything else that you've got? Jan, you still got your hand up?
Oh, no, I don't know how to put my hand down.
I used to have that problem too.
Just lower it, Jan.
All right. Anything else that we've got?
I was down at the rink on Friday night or Friday afternoon, just before dark, and the kids were not only sliding and skating, there was a half a dozen boys had a little touch football game going in the snow down there. So I mean, it's not just sliding and skating. Kids are gathering there to get together, toss their football around even, and it's great watching them kids have fun.
Yeah, it really is. And you know what? You're all invited. Get your skates on. Come on down, do a little skating. And if you don't have skates, you can always sit by the fire pit and roast some marshmallows. Usually they have free marshmallows and hot dogs and hot chocolate for kids. And everybody's doing a pretty good job on the social distancing thing. They have a warming house, but nobody really ever uses it. So it's working well so far. They're looking for volunteers, by the way. But okay, anything else? Mr. Idy, Lowell? City Council? Anybody? Ben, you've been quiet all evening. Kevin? No? Callie? No? Okay. I think that about wraps it up. We got to move on to claims. So if we want to pay the bills, we can do that now with a motion.
The revised list.
Claims list, by the way. Mary?
I would make a motion to approve the revised claims list as presented.
Okay, Nate?
Yep, I would second Mary's motion.
Okay, thank you. Motion made and seconded. Any discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Merrill,
Yes.
Solberg,
Yes.
Flu,
Yes.
Erdman,
Yes.
Sommerfeld,
Yes.
Luther,
Yeah.
Traxler,
Yes,
Sutherland,
Yes.
Sweeney,
Yes.
Schwabs.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. There's no licenses this evening, no closed session. Motion to adjourn would be appropriate. Nate's got your hand up.
Yeah, I would like to make a motion to adjourn.
Okay, motion been made. Is there a second to that motion?
I'll
Nobody?
second the motion.
Oh, okay, Jeff Luther with a second. All in favor of said motion signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed? All right, great. Stay safe out there, everybody. Have a good week. Thank you.
Thank you.
bye.
Good night.